Databricks has 4 levels to it. Level 1 is, can you set up a Databricks account and start working with notebooks? Databricks notebooks are the most critical thing that you need to learn to like start creating jobs and playing around with Spark and playing around with data sets. Can you then create your own data sets with Delta? Delta is the default data lake format in Databricks. If you can do those things, you are well on your way to level 2. So level 2 is when Databricks comes alive. So Databricks will come alive through automations. So their main automation framework is Databricks workflows. Can you create a job and a data pipeline using Databricks workflows and Spark together in unison? If you can do that, that is a very powerful step in growing in level 2. You also need to get better at Delta. Can you understand like how to do time travel in Delta in case you accidentally delete all the data or you add a wrong column or you make a mistake? Because mistakes in data engineering happen all of the time. If you can master those techniques, you will be well on your way to level 3. So level 3 is where you're going to be really optimizing and fine-tuning your Databricks workflows and your Databricks account. So can you do a Delta Live table? So this is an amazing, powerful way to build very near real-time data sets that people can query, and it's almost always updated. You also need to learn about Z-order. Z-order is a way that Delta tables can compress smaller, and it's the same data, but it's smaller and takes up less of a cloud bill. And you also need to learn about optimize and vacuum, which are other Delta table techniques to remove data that you no longer need and remove data sets that are like kind of old and no longer necessary. You also need to learn about Spark structured streaming. This can be a very powerful technique in conjunction with Delta Live Table to create just really powerful data sets. And so if you can do these things along with learning Unity Catalog allows you to not just have Delta table stuff, but maybe you have a Postgres instance you need to read from or an Iceberg instance that you need to read from. Central point so that you can play around with all of your data in one place. If you do these things, you can get to level 4. Level 4 is where you are now looking at performance tuning. How do your Spark jobs perform under pressure? Do they have skew in them? Do they need more memory? Are they processing too much data? Do they need to be moved to Photon? Because Databricks actually rewrote all of Spark from Scala to C++ so that it can be faster and more performant. Also, like, what about multi-cloud? Sometimes you don't want to be married to AWS or married to Azure. You want to be able to share your data across different clouds. Other things like governance, like how do you protect your PII data that's in Databricks? That's another very important thing when you're getting to these high levels of data engineering. If you can do these things along with cost optimization, like how long are your servers running? How much compute are they using? And if you can minimize that, that's another place where you'll be well on your way to making 400, 500K as a data engineer. If you do all of these things, you will become one of the most powerful, well-paid data engineers on Databricks ever. If you like this content, follow for more.